Memes and their role in political education. Part 1. Introduction. With the creation of the internet, the way political information is disseminated and consumed has greatly changed. One such actor that has caused this change is memes. The development of meme culture, and more specifically political memes, as a means of political discourse, influencing the public opinion and contributing to such political education. Throughout this video, I'll be arguing for memes' place as a means of political education, or at the very least as a means of participating in political discourse and increasing one's political literacy. After I engage in this discussion, I will cover a handful of memes and explore the information gained through participating in meme culture. Firstly, an important question to answer is, what are memes? Around the internet, there are a million different definitions of memes and different criteria to meet to call something a meme. But after looking through the staggeringly small pool of academic papers surrounding memes and meme culture, I have found a definition that fits our specific discussion. Memes, as an information in one form or another, media object, i.e. an object created by electronic communication, phrase, concept, as a rule, witty and ironic, spontaneously gaining popularity on the internet in various ways, through social networks, forums, blogs, instant messengers, etc. Also, denotes the phenomenon of spontaneous dissemination of such information or phrase. This comes from Memes and Education Opportunities, Approaches and Perspectives. That's the paper name. Examples of memes can be anything from the hashtag #MeToo movement to this dancing cockroach. But for discussion today, my discussion of memes' role in politics will be leaning towards the meaning a meme has to people my age today, which isn't something like the Me Too movement, but more akin to the dancing roach we just witnessed. Primarily just ridiculous jokes that are shared online, taking from that pool and examining the politically charged ones and what their use may be. Part 2. Place in education. I will now be pivoting our attention back towards the educational aspects discussed earlier. How have our world's researchers found memes to be useful in education? In the few research papers I could find, and actually get my hands on, it seems like memes actually can serve a role. A lot of this can be attributed to the nature of memes, the way at which they share information. Instead of relying entirely on the words, they mix audio, images, words, and emotions to transmit information. In this article titled Memes in Education, Opportunities, Approaches, and Perspectives, found within the Geopolitical Social Security and Freedom Journal, they describe the way of information sharing present in memes. A meme can construct and explicitly change the meaning of transmitted words. It can also compensate for communication barriers caused by simple text transmission. Vivid images make it easier for both parties to reach a consensus on the persuasiveness of the semantic space that meets the needs of in-depth communication of students. Educational content. As a new type of medium, memes can carry the content of students' learning in visual representations. They can also be manipulated and used by teachers, and they have been objects recognized and accepted by students since their creation. It can be seen that as a carrier of ideological and political education for students, memes can effectively convey educational content, and are an important bridge and link between teachers and students. So, because of the way memes distill information, they can be a great method to relay information across a ton of people. Also, people obviously are making these memes, and these content creators are expressing their intelligence through this sharing and creation of memes. In education, students, or just people in general, can make memes regarding just whatever information they want to share. Distill it down into a meme format, simplifying the information and sharing it with the public. Now, one who engages with said meme will be taking in the information the creator intended to share. Also, in the classroom, this process of showing one's understanding can be used to show your grasping of concepts and ideas. Let's look at a couple of examples of more outwardly educational memes. Ones that are just clearly showing an understanding of a more scholastic topic. Okay, look at this meme. This meme has top text saying, "Some people in 1686 when Isaac Newton discovered if you don't move something, it doesn't move." Then it features this goofy picture of an immensely surprised individual. This is clearly playing off of Newton's first law. An object will not change its motion unless a force acts on it. We're marking on its comedically obvious nature, in that, yeah, of course, unless you move something, it won't move. Now, look at this meme. This meme shows three nearly identical Spider-Men. pointing at each other in confusion, each with an equivalent expression of the number 4. This math meme can help cement the workings of algebra, expressing the equivalency of each equation. After looking, I think it is apparent that memes can share information and show the understanding of concepts held by its creators. But now to move on to the primary topic at hand, politics. Part 3, place in politics. Political meme culture is vast in levels of complexity. Some are super complicated, where you need to have a deep understanding of the political sphere to understand a joke, some that I don't even get. Or some are super surface level and are just mocking some political figure. All of which, though, have some level of education within them and are exhibiting some form of political commentary. This meme features some conservative Republican commentary, having the famous JFK quote, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country," under the text Democrats 1961. Then on the right shows a picture of AOC with the text in front of her, "Free shit," under the text Democrats 2018. This is clearly a commentary on the changes over time present within the Democratic Party. How now they focus on more redistributive policies, which Republicans/conservatives have a great distaste of. Now, let's go on to a less thinking meme. This one is making fun of Trump's image through Twitter, a tweet. This is a tweet from Dr. Science Cat saying, "Who did this? Hashtag GOP debate," with a picture of a character from the movie Monsters, Inc. on the left, and then on the right, a picture of Donald Trump. Then on the bottom, it shows a merger of their two images, showing how close Trump looks to this person in Monsters, Inc. What could possibly be gained from looking at a meme like this? Like, there's no way you're going to be learning anything. Well, actually, you're going to be learning political figure recognition. People who just purely look at dumb memes like this, they're not looking at any complicated ones, just stupid ones like these, will still be gaining the knowledge of various political figures and what they look like. Being able to recognize politicians is incredibly important. This is important. Just knowing the faces of your politicians and their names is way better than having no political literacy at all. Also, this meme is clearly being critical of our previous president. This, in a way, is a form of political commentary. In Lemore Schiffman's book, Memes in Digital Culture, he has an entire section on memes as a form of political participation. It's super interesting, and I really recommend everyone checks this out. In that, he says, so if you don't trust me, trust him on this. He says, while some political memes are framed in a humorous manner, others are deadly serious. But regardless of their emotional keying, political memes are about making a point, participating in a normative debate about how the world should look and the best way to get there. So, even if memes like the Monsters, Inc. Donald Trump one, it still expresses distaste in the president. Even if it's just even if it's just saying he looks goofy, that is enough to be participating in the national political discourse. And this is also a gateway into deeper and deeper political thought. A lot of people my age that I know, so just speaking from personal experience, this is not backed up by data or anything, got into politics through memes like this, getting drawn deeper and deeper into the political sphere through this type of content. That is also my personal experience too. I would see memes like the AOC one previously discussed and would be like, well, of course I know who JFK is, but who's the girl on the left? And proceed to do some Googling and figure it out. Who is she? Why is this group of people making fun of her? It got me asking more and more questions like that. Now, I'm a political science major, but of course, to anything there's a negative. Relying on memes purely for your political education, you're going to be presumably having lots of misconceptions and skewed perceptions of most things, and may fall victim to misinformation. Someone making memes full of purely just incorrect information, but framing it as a semi-truthful meme. I know, it may be shocking, but not everything on the internet is true, and meme creators aren't a vetted news source. As we have discussed in one of my current courses, Soft News, which I'm classifying memes as, blurs the lines between reality and comedy. One can conflate a joke for reality, taking something too seriously and treating it as fact. I've definitely quoted a meme I've read to someone thinking it had some level of truth to it, and just being flat out wrong. It's so embarrassing, but also, this is a form of misinformation. It's just dangerous, and it can be weaponized, so be careful when you're looking at memes and thinking that, oh, this is fact, I should put this in my friggin' repertoire. It's not always. Part 4, looking at memes. There are a couple meme trends I want to look at. Break down the commentary at place, information to be gained, and scope of the meme in terms of how popular it was. The first one I would like to start off with is Thanks Obama. I bet everyone in America has seen this meme before, or at least heard references of it or anything. Thanks Obama is the first political meme I personally remember participating in, starting in 2009, stemming from a hardcore conservative political blog featuring this image. It shows a toddler flipping off the camera and says the text, "Thanks, Obama. You've spent my lunch money, my allowance, my inheritance, 35 years of future paychecks, and my retirement, you asshole." Expressing great disappointment in the recent policy President Obama had passed. Oh, my neck. After this post, it spun out of control, and the phrase "Thanks, Obama" had just become an expression used to criticize President Obama, blaming him for all personal struggles. Then that becomes satirized by the meme community, mocking the people truly using this phrase unironically, with videos of people failing to do the simplest of tasks, then flashing the text "Thanks, Obama" on screen. Or also images like this, where it shows something completely unrelated to anything political, anything socioeconomical. It just shows dinosaurs looking at the asteroids and saying, "Thanks, Obama." So this meme got so big that Obama himself made fun of it. He participated in this meme culture. Now I'll show that video right now.
Thanks, Obama.
Now, what is to be learned from this meme? Well, once again, the obvious thing being you are recognizing who the president is, seeing his face and his name. And if you are to know the crux of the meme, so if you're really deep into meme culture, I personally did know the meaning of this. I wasn't into politics at all at the time, but I knew what this was about. I knew this was criticizing conservatives. So if you are really in the meme culture, you'd know how it came about. Then you are knowing that it is mocking the conservatives, just looking for an excuse to bash them. So there is actual good information to be gained, good political discourse. I'll now move on to the second big meme I'd like to talk about, fake news. Fake news was a massive meme and just became a term used now in general American English. It stems from Trump calling CNN fake news in 2017. I'll be showing that clip now.
Sir, since you're attacking us, can you give us a question? No, Mr. President-elect. Mr. President-elect, since you are attacking our news organization, can you give us a chance? You are attacking our news organization. Can you give us a chance to ask a question, sir? Sir, can you state, Mr. President-elect, can you state categorically, Mr. President-elect, can you give us a question? You're attacking us. Can you give us a question? Can you give us a question?
I'm not going to give you a question.
Can you state categorically?
You are fake news.
Sir, can you state categorically that nobody... No, Mr. President-elect, that's not appropriate.
So after this aired on TV, this term boomed in popularity amongst conservative people, using it as a term to pretty much just delegitimize any point, calling it fake news so it's irrelevant. Then this became once again satirized by memers, calling literally everything fake news, making fun of Trump and conservatives. Here are 3 tweets that went they were decently big. They had some retention and stuff. This one's from Rachel from school. You, Rachel, your skirt is tucked into your tights. Me, fake news. Or this one's from Lefty Loomy Liar. Professor, you failed your midterm. Me, that's so fake news. Professor, you didn't even answer half the questions. Me, you are fake news. Now the last one from Philip Lewis. Your student loan repayment is overdue. Me, hashtag fake news. So this just became massive. Literally everyone was calling everything fake news, and it was funny for a bit, but it got really tiring. But this is all, everyone's engaging in political discourse, everyone talking about this meme, everyone using the term fake news. They are in some way participating in this and learning about the conservative, more progressive debate and everything. So it is actually kind of educational. Part 5, conclusion. The world of memes is a vast, ever-growing culture, composed of the left and the right, Republicans and Democrats, progressives and conservatives and centrists. people with good and bad intentions. It is a form of media in which there is information to be learned and some to be avoided. I, and hopefully you, through this video have acknowledged the possibilities of people garnering political information through memes, and even reflecting on their own positions and learning through meme creation and sharing. Without a shadow of a doubt, memes are a place to engage in the political discussion and practice your own political literacy, regardless of if it is actually educational. That's really hard to confirm, but there is information to be gained. Learning to understand the nuances of more complex memes and having fun with the more simple ones, while growing your roster of recognizable political figures along the way. Thank you for watching.